Hello, everybody. Uh, Welcome to this live stream where we're going to be, talking about the Bitcoin ETF approval. Let's tell you what. I'm sorry that I'm late. I'm sorry that I am like half prepared. I've been on the road now for hours and barely was able to get here on time to do this live stream. So I appreciate in advance all of your patience and understanding. I see we got a few people kind of jumping on in here. Jump in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified every time I go live. I obviously didn't finish eating yet. I got dinner half all over the place here while I was trying to woof that down, getting ready here. I also, it took me forever to get the bubbly open. I know the lighting here is horrible. I apologize. But I figured that, the Bitcoin ETF approval required a little bit of bubbly tonight. So we're gonna make this particular live stream a bit crypto on the rocks esque. So I'm gonna have a couple of drinks. Come on, cheers to the Bitcoin ETF. It's actually not bad. I couldn't open the damn freaking bottle of bubbly. I'll tell you what. And I've got, like I said, none of my screens are up, prepared, ready to go. So I appreciate you being with me. But in the vein of crypto on the rocks, hey, Alexander, appreciate that. I'm surprised you did it. I thought, yep, I agree. I really thought he was going to try and pull the rug at the end. Well, I'm going to try and find the actual press release that he did, because he was definitely kind of a dick in that press release. With regard, he basically said, I'm doing this because I was forced to do it because I kept losing in court. Well, because you're a douchebag guy. But let's not really get me going yet. I need a few more drinks for that. Alexander, glad you're here. So again, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Appreciate everyone being here. Yes, exactly. See, I'm not the only one that thinks it there, Gary. So screw you. All right. So let's get rid of that. And you know what? Let's start out with at least a look at the markets. And again, I am not prepared. So let me get CoinGecko up here on my screen. Here we go. CoinGecko. And let's bring up CoinGecko. All right, here we are. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I kind of expected that there would be a spike in the price of Bitcoin. I even talked about it this morning on my morning live stream. And I really thought that we'd probably see it go above 50K. Cheers. Which obviously has not happened. Now, in fairness, a lot of people are probably waiting to ensure that this is accurate information. Oh, you know what? If you want to come and join me and talk about this, I'm going to put the link to do that in the live chat. Yeah, exactly. See, I'm not the only one. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me do this. Hang on. There we go. That way, again, you can still see my bright and smiley face. If you are looking to come and chat with me about the Bitcoin ETF approval, there are the links to do so. Jump on in. What is going on? It looks like that only went out to Facebook. Why did that not go out to YouTube? I've been having technical difficulties. That's part of the reason I'm late as well, because I got here, tried to get everything set up, and man, ain't nothing wanting to work for me today. Wow. Trying to send it out again, and I don't know what is going on with StreamYard right now. StreamYard not liking me at all. Okay. I don't know what it is I'm going to do right now. We're going to just keep going, and hopefully it'll clear up a little bit, and I'll be able to make sure you all have the latest link to come and join me. And if you're interested and you're in the live chat, let me know. Worst case scenario, I'll post it somewhere on one of my socials and you can jump in and come join me. Sorry, still trying to eat dinner. I've been on the road for hours. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to, I should be streaming live. Yes, I am right here on Twitter. So I am going to put it in. Join me live. And here's the link to do that. So if you head over to Twitter, click that link, you can come right on here and join me live. All right. So Bitcoin currently 46.5. Now that's a little higher than it was when we were live this morning. But you want to know what? Like I said, I kind of expected with this news, it might go up to 50 easily. And honestly, up and over that in this span of time here. Hey, automatic beats. Love it. How's it going? Oh, it looks like the link finally went out to everybody on YouTube. So the link is in the comments. So if you want to come and join me, I'd appreciate that. And we will talk about this. But again, remember, this morning we talked about all of the FUD crap from the SEC, false tweet, account got hacked. I think that's a crock of shit, frankly. But whatever. People may be waiting to like, oh my God, is it for real this time? Cheers. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. So, and that may be why we're seeing limited price action. Now, look what did go up though. Ethereum, 2571, up 16% in 7 days, 8% in the last 24 hours. So, for some reason, Ethereum is the recipient of the biggest move up since the Bitcoin ETF approvals. Now, I know some of these same players have put in for a spot Ethereum ETF, but I got to believe from the way Gensler worded his ETF approval that the likelihood of an ETH ETF approval is going to probably require legal action, much like Bitcoin did. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, ETH to 10K. Well, you want to know what? If there's an ETH ETF approval, I don't disagree with you. They're automatic beats. I agree. ETH is going to go through the proverbial roof. Frankly, I think it's going to be moving up anyway. I mean, we're into the bull cycle at this point. So the fact that it needs to go up is just a given. But right now we're looking at 8% in the last 24 hours. Crazy. Let's see what else we got. Solana. You know what? I don't want to talk about Solana. Let's see if we got any other big movers. Let's try that. The Lido Ether staking. I don't know that I'm a fan of that, but okay, whatever. Up 16.5%. Cardano's up over 4%. AVAX up over almost 6% actually at this point. Even Doge, a recipient here at about 3.5% up on Doge. Like, from where we were looking at it this morning, 8 cents, it was like 7 cents this morning. Polkadot up 7.5%. That's cool. Chainlink up 6. So it looks like there are a bunch of recipients of upward mobility since the spot Bitcoin ETF approval. I'll take it. I will take it. Let's keep going down and see what else we got here. Sheeb, whatever. Wow. Litecoin up 7.7 in 7 days and 4.2% of that in the last 24 hours. So Yeah, that's definitely up. It was like $65 when we were live this morning. So, yep, I'll take that. Uniswap up 4%, BCH up 3% in the last 24 hours. I'm so used to reading these 7-day. I gotta read the 24-hour here, see where we are. Near protocol. I'm not 100% familiar with the Near protocol, so I can't really speak positively or negatively about that, but up 12.2% in the last 24 hours. Cheers. Yep. I think I'm going to polish me off this bottle of bubbly right here before I get to other stuff. So somebody better come on here and talk Bitcoin ETF with me, because somebody's going to have to hold down the damn fort. Anyway, so Filecoin, almost 8% in the last 24 hours. I mean, it was Jesus, wasn't it like just over $5 this morning when we were live this morning? Crazy, right? Look at Arbitrum. Holy crap, 22.3% in the last 24 hours. That's crazy. Immutable X up 11.5%. Sorry, I'm trying to eat. I apologize. H bar, 8 cents, up 7.2%. Aptos up 7.3%. Let's see. Come on. Mantle, completely unfamiliar with Mantle, up 17.1% in the last 24 hours. VeChain, recipient of a little bit of upward motion at 7% up in the last 24 hours. What else we got? Maker up 7%. Quant, as I recall, Quant was like $113 this morning. Now up to $125. Crazy, absolutely crazy. And wow, Aave up 11%. I have no idea about Mina protocol, or well, I'm vaguely familiar with synthetics. Wow, we have Axie Infinity. Holy crap! Sandbox up. I'm glad I bought it this morning. I'm in the green now, given the current price. That's what we DCA'd into from last week on Crypto on the Rocks. You guys voted for the Sandbox. So there we go with that. All right, enough with the markets. We'll keep I'll keep CoinGecko up here. But you know what? We'll come back to the markets later. I really would have expected more out of the markets. Again, people might be just like taking it slow because of the friggin' bullshit yesterday with the SEC and Gary Gensler and getting hacked. That was a crock of shit as far as I'm concerned. Crock of shit. And especially where we're sitting here, and today you got the ETF approvals. Cheers. God, that's good. I might have just needed a drink. All right. I'm going to zip over to X, or otherwise Twitter, because calling it X just drives me up a freaking wall. But there was one that I retweeted that basically broke down the Gary's approval. Where the hell is that? I swear to God, I share things and like things and it disappears off of X. Truly, I really think like, I don't even get it. I don't even get it. Now, you know what? Let's first, yeah, okay, there's that one. Okay. So let's start here with the, oh crap. What did I do? I broke it, man. A tweet from Joel, Valenzuela. Matter of fact, I have an interview scheduled with him tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about a lot of things. If you don't follow him, you really should. If you're on Twitter, I believe his handle's at the Desert Links, right? Yes, the Desert Links. Go ahead and follow him. Guy's been living on crypto for like a decade at this point. So definitely nothing but respect there. So hang on, let me just move that over here. Basically, let's read what he's got to say here. I like it, and part of what I think we're going to be discussing in my interview with him tomorrow, that'll probably air next week on this channel. The Bitcoin ETF approvals show that crypto is going to succeed in spite of, not thanks to, the government. I mean, that right there, huge statement, 1,000% true. 1,000%, because Gary Gensler's just been a fuckhead and hasn't really helped us at all. I know he's here to protect us. He can't even protect his own fucking Twitter account. Well, let's not keep getting me going. Or at least until I'm done with the bubbly, and then maybe I can get going. They really wanted to stop it. No doubt. That's 100% true. But it got too big, too fast. Now their hands are tied. Exactly. And you got all the big players like BlackRock and so on, who are basically got the proverbial gun to Gary's head, telling him, listen, approve this shit. And of course, all the courts, as he even references in his approval letter, basically saying, guess what? I'm getting my ass handed to me in court, because the courts are like, yo, dude, how can you approve futures ETFs, but not a spot ETF? That makes absolutely no sense. And it doesn't make any sense. Now, he is, again, part of what I think Joel is going to want to talk about in my interview. We need to do this with digital cash use case, which is basically get more people outside of the traditional system that is the US fiat dollar and all this bullshit with Wall Street, and get people into using cryptocurrency more frequently. Again, sorry, gotta eat, haven't eaten. So I actually shared that tweet from Joel. And again, watch for the interview with him coming next week. And Sunday, if all goes well, I haven't really even had a chance to start the editing on the interview I did with Pastor Armstrong, who wrote the Bible and Bitcoin. And God willing, that's going to actually show up on this channel on Sunday afternoon. So watch for that. I'm going to try and promote that. And my goal is going to be to get a bunch of his books and raffle them off on a couple of the live streams, maybe even on the Matrix Money podcast live stream. So listen for that. That's going to be coming. All right. So let's go back to my profile here, and let's go to this particular tweet right here, Bitcoin Archive. And he says, Gary Gensler issues a statement on Bitcoin ETF approvals. And I love how he puts this. He sounds salty. And I love it. And he puts one of the quotes here. While we approved the listing, we did not approve or endorse Bitcoin. And if you actually go into the statements from Gary, excuse me, hold on, a drink. Cheers. From Gary Gensler, you can see he literally says he wanted nothing to do with approving this spot Bitcoin ETF. The only reason he did it, because he kept losing in court. So, hey, screw you, Gary. It is what it is. And when I am going to be putting together, hold on one second. Let me do something like that. That's a little bit better. I'm going to be putting together an article about the ETF approvals that will appear on my website, cryptocoinmindset.com. And I'll probably talk about it in the Crypto on the Rocks Friday. So watch for that. When I do, I'm going to make sure I put a link to the SEC's approval verbiage so you can read it for yourself and see how much Gary just didn't want to do this. And you know what? Whether he wanted to do it, didn't want to do it, and whether the court was the main reason, and I don't think that was the main reason. I'm sure he got his marching orders from BlackRock, basically saying, if you don't want to be blackballed, you better do what the fuck we want. Cheers. Again, sorry, sitting here trying to eat it before it gets really cold. So, yeah, there are a lot of great tweets going on with regard to Bitcoin and this particular approval of the Bitcoin ETF. Oh my God. I'm kind of scrolling through a little bit on Twitter because again, I didn't have a lot of time. I've been on the road literally all damn day. Well, not all damn day, but at least for the last like 5-6 hours. I didn't even think I barely was able to pull this together to do a live stream. So I appreciate everybody being here. And I was hoping that there would be people wanting to join me. The link to do that is in the description below. Because again, I'm running this kind of like crypto on the rocks. And you come on, let's talk spot Bitcoin ETF approvals. Because yeah, that's today. Cheers. Now look, even if, here's my thoughts, even if the spot Bitcoin price doesn't go up the way I originally thought it was going to go up, you know what? I think it will continue to go up and to the right. Wait, I don't know. I keep getting this all messed up here. How about that way? Up and to the right. There we go. As we inch the halving, which is literally what, 12 weeks away at this point ish. Hey, listen, I was thinking I would do a live stream on the day of the halving and watch the clock, watch the blocks, and just sit here and enjoy the Bitcoin halving. Because you know what? Here's the thing. Cheers, by the way. We are living through some huge Bitcoin history right now. I mean, don't you agree? First spot, well, okay, in this country, in the United States, first spot Bitcoin ETF approval with like arm twisted in order to do it. And hold on, let me get rid of that so I can see a little bit better here. And the next halving coming up, think about the number of commercials, because I've showed you every one of them, that these people, these players that just got approved, all 11 of them, for their spot Bitcoin ETF, they're going to be like throwing this information out there for the general public and the general public's consumption, which is going to bring more attention to Bitcoin. Now, frankly, I think it will get the intended effect of bringing it to the attention, or that attention to the spot Bitcoin ETFs, which, I mean, those of us who are in the space know, not your keys, not your coins. So if you want to, be a part of Bitcoin, you need to do it on your own. I get why some people and entities, family offices, businesses, banks, whatever, would want to be able to access Bitcoin via an ETF. Thank you to the regulation. I get it, but we still have an opportunity while these prices are low to front run these guys. Now, will the price go up tomorrow? Very possibly. They did it close a business on purpose with regard to people getting into the spot Bitcoin ETFs. But it's supposed to start trading tomorrow. Cheers. That being said, if it does start trading tomorrow, the price really could go up over 50K. Can you imagine the price being 50, 60K and then going into the halving at that price? We could easily see $150,000 Bitcoin. Think about it. I mean, like, blink of an eye after the halving. Okay, maybe a blink of an eye, but you get what I'm saying. We still have an opportunity to stack sats at what will probably be never seen again prices with regard to Bitcoin. What do you think? What do you think? Matter of fact, for those who are still sitting here in this live on the stream watching, jump into the live chat. Tell me what you think. Give me your price prediction. What do you think the price prediction is going to be for Bitcoin? I think we already had automatic. Was it Automatic Beats or Alex? Where was it? Hang on, let me go back right here. Alexander basically said 75, 80K with FOMO. I could see that easily, right? Easily. What do you think? What do you think? Hang on one second. Let me get that out of there. Tell me in the live chat. I am truly interested. I'm not necessarily going to be on here all night, especially if people don't want to jump in and join me. Link in the description to do that. Matter of fact, I'll put it in there again in a second. For anybody watching on Twitter, on my channel, my Twitter profile, whatever the hell you call it, you have a link to join. Come on, jump in. Appreciate everybody being here. But I wanted to go live because you know what? This is a historical event in the life of Bitcoin. And I'm sorry, it is huge for the cryptocurrency space. This is going to be part of what gives the cryptocurrency space some mass adoption. And because people will start to become familiar with Bitcoin. And ultimately, if we're able to get an Ethereum ETF, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrency projects, hopefully they decide they're going to get into it. Oh my God. Sorry, choking on my food. Cheers. Hopefully they're going to decide that they're going to get into it all on their own versus using an ETF to do it. But either way, the fact of the matter is the word is going to get out there about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, which quite frankly can't hurt the space the way I see it. If you disagree, tell me in the chat. I appreciate it. And so I'm going to just kind of hold this live stream open a little bit, give people the opportunity to jump in there, chat with me, and even come on and give me your thoughts about this spot Bitcoin ETF. Again, I apologize for eating, but again, been on the road for about 6 hours or so I need to do it. Just need to do it. So what do you think? Come on. Give me your 2 Satoshis. Tell me what you think. Oh boy. Franklin Templeton adds laser eyes to their profile picture on the Bitcoin spot ETF approval. Nice. There's going to be a lot of that going on. Let me tell you that. Institutional flippening. I like that. Balage. If you don't follow Balage, you really should. The guy's a unique perspective. I love it. Quite frankly. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me just bring that tweet up right here. How's that showing up here? Let me do this so you can see it better. There we go. You know what? Let me get rid of that because at this point, if you don't know that this is not financial advice, that I'm not a financial advisor, well, shame the fuck on you. Okay. Anyway, so I love it. The institutional flippening and the new profile picture for Franklin Templeton. I mean, perfect, right? Perfect. Laser eyes, baby. Yeah. Franklin Templeton has a lot of assets under management. Lots of assets under management. Hang on a second. Let me remove that because, I mean, I don't know that you want to see everything I got going on here in my feed. Yes, exactly. See, now this makes sense to me. Let's put this up there. Cheers, by the way. And you should join me. If you're looking to do it, the link to do it is in the live stream. And if you're on Twitter, the link is in my profile. Go grab that. Come on, let's chat. But right here, look at this. Spot Bitcoin ETF approvals mark a historic turning point for the future of digital assets ecosystem in the US. Yes, indeed. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And that's part of why I wanted to make sure that even, I know this at this point is old information. I mean, this announcement came out as of this particular point in our live stream 4.5 hours ago ish. But guess what? It still needs to be talked about because we are literally living through history. And before you all jump into either the live chat or if you're watching this after the fact and you're in the comments and going, well, every day we're living through history. Screw you. That's not what I mean. And that's not what I mean. We are living through Bitcoin history as we speak. Okay. Cryptocurrency history is being made in the United States today. Again, why I wanted to go live. Again, cheers to the Spot Bitcoin ETF. I'm almost done with this bubbly. It's about damn done. Uh-oh. Oh, that's it. There it is. Duh! Done. All right. Be part of history. Be part of Bitcoin history. I'm interested in this. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can't bring that up. I want to hear this. Let's add this and let's watch this video right here from Fox Live. Hold on one second.
Hacked account at the SEC or a hacked account on X or the old Twitter. Bottom line, waiting for this ETF announcement that was going to include Bitcoin as part of its offerings here that would increase demand not only for Bitcoin, but a host of other crypto-related plays. Still waiting for that. Natalie Bushnell joins us, the Coin Stories podcast host. Natalie, what's
Obviously,
the story on this? Where does this stand?
Still,
it was supposed to happen yesterday, today at the latest. It might still happen today, but what if it doesn't?
Hi, Neil. Great to see you. I think this was one last rug pull on these spot ETFs for old time's sake. And yes, I think it's still going to.
I love how she puts that. One last rug pull for old time's sake. Yeah. Fuck you, Gary Gensler. Fuck you. Anyway, let's keep going.
Happen today. It's been a long time coming, and these regulators and issuers have been going over every detail of these spot Bitcoin ETFs and pretty much cleared their holiday schedules the last 2 months to only work on this. So yes, I see it still happening, and there has never been so much anticipation for an ETF in the history of this investment vehicle.
So what would drive it, and what would the difference be of an ETF set up to include it?
So I think this is going to bring in a lot of investors who weren't able to allocate to Bitcoin. Financial advisors will now be incentivized and have a fiduciary responsibility to tell their clients about Bitcoin. It will bring in the RIAs, the pension funds, the endowments, and pretty soon Bitcoin will be part of every portfolio. And, I think that this is really...
Okay, I want to take a minute to talk about that. I mean, again, it should be kind of common sense. But think about that. These advisors, these financial advisors will have a fiduciary, now have, let's not would have, now have a fiduciary responsibility to make sure that their clients have complete understanding about the Bitcoin spot ETF and, quite frankly, access to that Bitcoin spot ETF. And plan to talk to my son-in-law about that. I mean, he always comes to me asking me for like what he should be putting as in allocating funds and his 401k and that kind of thing from work. And again, I'm no financial advisor, not financial advice, old guy. But I've been around the block a time or two, and I know a thing or two. And I try and guide him as best as I can with what he has to work with. You can be damn straight, I'm going to be talking to him about this. So when it comes time to start reallocating his portfolio, he can be looking for this. All right, let's get back to that because again, fiduciary responsibility. So let's let her finish.
Historic because it signals that Bitcoin is being accepted as an essential asset within the upper echelons of traditional finance. And I think a lot of people don't realize how impactful Bitcoin will be and how many billions of dollars will flow into it. And what I think is amazing, Neil, is 15 years ago, a new technology and a new form of money emerged organically, completely bottom up. And it's now a major asset class with some of Wall Street's biggest firms jockeying to win liquidity in their new ETF when it gets approved. But this really is a working class phenomenon that trickled up. And so now the titans and legends of investing are realizing that no asset carries the promise and the potential of Bitcoin. And I think the ETF will just be the first of many developments on the path to every person and every business saving in Bitcoin and becoming more economically empowered.
I mean, I don't think I could have said it any better than what she just said right there. I mean, again, for those of us here in the Bitcoin space, we know it's not like the Bitcoin ETF. Don't be investing in the Bitcoin ETF. Own your own damn keys. And, I say use the Tangent wallet. Watch for my latest Tangent Wallet 2.0 video. I'm trying to get that in. I actually just received them. I was supposed to get them today. They actually came yesterday. Here they are right here in the package. I haven't even done the unboxing video yet. I'm going to be, God willing, do that tomorrow. And then we're going to be editing, or I'm going to be, because I'm the a one-man band here, editing that video and getting it out there. But Tangent, to me, best hardware wallet. And if you're buying Bitcoin right now, you need to be holding it long term. Okay, here we go. Got to say it because, people are stupid. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Do your own freaking research. But I mean, common sense would dictate that, like, hello, buy some freaking Bitcoin, right? Okay. My humble opinion. What do we got here? Alexander Kramer said again, Bitcoin can't be stopped. You know what that? Oh my God, did he really? Last thing I saw from him was him talking about, okay, it's topped out now, so it's gonna drop. Which to me is like, woohoo, let it go, because the inverse Kramer just works. And Alexander just said something here that is so true. Common sense, very uncommon. And I say that all the time. Alexander, I'm glad it's you saying it, because you want to know what? At least it's not just coming from me. Yes, it's a rare thing that people actually have some fucking common sense, right? Again, come on, enjoy me. I'm almost done with my bubbly. Woo, cheers. I got a beer backup. Going to beer next. I just polished off the bottle of bubbly, guys. Come on. Anyway, all right. Let's get this full screen. Let's hear a little bit more of this. I want to hear a little bit more of it. Oh, wait, that was it. Oh, crap. disregard anything I was saying. I probably shouldn't have any more damn bubbly. Oh boy. Oh boy. They really have dumbed down the amen. Everything is dumbed down. I mean, I don't know. I want to get into all of this in this particular live stream. This is more of a crypto on the rocks type of topic. But you're right, Alexander. I appreciate you right now. You have no idea how much I appreciate you right now. You know, people are just sometimes just fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. I mean, you know, people need to pick up your own pants, grab your own set, and go and do what it is that needs to be done. And in this case, that happens to be, guess what? Investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, because you need to be outside of this freaking system. And again, I really believe that's a lot of what we're going to be talking about with regard to Joel, the interview with Joel Valenzuela. So watch for that interview here on Crypto Coin Mindset. And hey, there we go. I just got a notice on X, Twitter. You know what? Screw this. It's fucking Twitter at this point. Elon, get your shit together. What the fuck you changing the name for? Anyway, on Twitter, basically that TCB, Brian from Tiny Crypto Blog, has also pushed this out. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I know you got a lot of things going on. If you get the chance, jump on in here, brother. I would love to have you. I always appreciate your viewpoint on things. And you are definitely very knowledgeable with regard to Bitcoin. So I would really appreciate you here. I get it. If you can't, trust me, I understand. But thank you for sharing that out. Truly, I appreciate it. What's that say? Exit the system is way out crypto. Be your own bank. Yes, exactly. Be your own damn bank. Thank you. You know what, Alexander? Here we go. I actually have that. I put together an entire banner for that right here. Be your own bank. The only way you can be your own bank is if you own the keys, not your keys, not your crypto. And if you don't own the keys, not for nothing, I get it. This whole, spot Bitcoin ETF is good for getting exposure of the space to the general public and that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, if you are involved in cryptocurrency and you know and understand cryptocurrency, you need to be your own bank. And in order to be in your own bank means you need to control your keys. Hang on one second. I got to get that out of there. Wrong page. There we go. Because not your keys, not your coins. Just the facts right there. Facts. And again, if you're looking to hodl long term, and let's see if I got my hodl thing. I think I do. Hold on one second. No, I didn't put it in here. Damn it. I have a very nice hodl thing from with Neo from the Matrix, and he's doing one of these deals, and he's stopping the bullets, and it basically says hodl on it. Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to hodl your own Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And you know what? The interview you're going to see with Pastor Coin on Sunday, which was Pastor Armstrong, about the book he's written. Matter of fact, again, remember, let's try and get that in front of you. I can't. Oh my God. Here we go. The lighting here right now at night sucks ass. He wrote the Bible and Bitcoin. I did that interview, and you want to know what? At the end, after the interview, we were chatting afterward, and I told him, I'm like, I really don't hold enough sats. I will probably not be able to benefit from this ETF approval and the coming bull market, because what I'm doing is everything I'm dollar cost averaging into, I am actually giving to my grandchildren, because the US, again, I know I'm being US centric right now, but I live in the United States, so it's what it is. I get it. I got some people that come in from England and other parts of the world, and I really appreciate you being here, but I have to address what is where I'm at. And where I'm at in the United States, the US dollar being the world reserve currency, but yet all the dollars currently in existence, 40% of them were printed since 2020. That just eats away at the US dollar. So to me, that makes this spot Bitcoin ETF even more important. That makes owning Bitcoin and cryptocurrency even more important. And that being said, I was telling him, like, I don't think I'm going to benefit from this. I don't own enough sats. I just don't. Now, I'm going to continue to dollar cost average. Absolutely. Because I take my own damn advice. I'm going to dollar cost average. But the majority of what I'm dollar cost averaging into is going to my grandchildren, because right now, in order for this inflationary fiat bullshit that the United States is putting out to work, we're literally stealing it from my grandchildren. So I'm going to give them whatever I can to try and give them a leg up. And to me, the spot Bitcoin ETF is the opportunity for everyone else that still either thinks Bitcoin is bullshit or that doesn't even know anything about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, the opportunity to jump in and help change their family's destiny. Literally their family's destiny. People look at me like I'm crazy when I say be your own bank. Because it doesn't compute, right, Alexander? It doesn't compute to them, because to them, you go to the damn bank and the bank controls it. Well, you want to know what? That fucking money you think you got in the bank is nothing more than an IOU. Nothing more than an IOU at best. And guess what? With fractional reserve banking, and quite frankly, since COVID, it's zero reserve banking, because they took things down from a fractional, I believe it was 10%, down to zero. They don't have to hold any of your money. Why do you think if you have a lot of fiat currency in your bank account, it's nothing more than ones and zeros or whatever on your account? You can't walk into the bank and take out that major amount of money. Why? Because they don't have it. They literally don't have it. If you own Bitcoin and you control the keys to your Bitcoin and any other cryptocurrency, because at the end of the day, I know I'm talking about Bitcoin today because of the Bitcoin spot ETF, but I am not a Bitcoin maxi by any shape or form in the imagination. But if you own your keys, you own your coins, which means you control your cryptocurrency, which means you can do what the frig you want with your money. You can't do that with the bank. You just can't. You just can't. Yes. I mean, if you're paying attention to the bigger picture here with regard to the US dollar and what's going on globally with regard to de-dollarization, I've talked about this a number of times. The Saudi Arabia is what he's talking about right here. Just joined BRICS. The BRICS nations, those nations that are part of this alliance, are more than 50% of the world's GDP. You think for 1 second they give a shit about the US dollar? Fuck no. Of course they don't. Why would they? Now, don't get me wrong. I understand these BRICS nations are like, they have their own issues. They need to be able to be involved and trade in their own currency and yada, yada, yada. I get it. There's a lot of issues that need to be overcome there. But the fact of the matter that they've sat here and banded together to the tune of more GDP than any other country or combination of countries in the world is just like, holy shit. Why would you think the US dollar is going to continue to thrive? Why? And Alexander, I really appreciate you being so active in this live chat. And he brings up a good point right here. Wait, let me right there. Oh my good Lord, cheers. But he brings up a good point right here. They also control 45% of the oil production across the globe. Listen, I don't give a shit if you're a Democrat or Republican in regard to the United States. The fact of the matter is, prior to the 2020 election, we were energy independent. It didn't matter what other countries did. It didn't matter any of that. We had a surplus of oil. I got no more. I got to break open my beer. A surplus of oil in this country. Hang on, time for the beer. Here we go. Beer. Yeah, crypto on the rocks a little bit early this week here, guys. I literally polished off an entire bottle of bubbly. Anyway, but yes, we are fucked. Basically, we are fucked. Remember when the last time Xi and Putin met? President Xi said that we were going to be that there were going to be changes not seen in over. Yes, because why? He knew what was coming. He knew they were going to be joining the BRICS together. He knew he was going to be able, and I say he, and as much as Xi is definitely a part of it, I don't know what. China being a part of it is part of their problems. Just saying. But that's a whole nother conversation that I don't know that I'm sober enough to take on right now. Cheers. Anyway, yes, Alexander is 100% correct here. And look what's happened since. BRICS has expanded into starting January 1 of this year. BRICS basically doubled in size. And again, now over 50% GDP worldwide, over, as he put it, 45% oil production, all falling under BRICS. Do you not think that's going to erode the US dollar? I mean, think about it. The US has done nothing but use the US dollar and the SWIFT system as a weapon against their enemies, and not even just their enemies, even some of their allies, in order to get them to do what it is the US wants. And as you'll see in my interview with Pastor Armstrong, he highlights that as a problem inherent to the fiat money system. Matter of fact, if you listen to Saifedean Ammous, who wrote the Bitcoin standard, that's the next person I'm hoping to get on here as part of an interview. I'm going to be reaching out to him shortly. He basically says the same thing. Sorry, losing a little bit track because, again, cheers. The fact of the matter is, you need, I love it. Hold on one second here. Hang on. Here we go. Let's bring this back here. Yes. Cheers. Cheers. I probably shouldn't keep going cheers because you want to know what? I'm losing my train of thought completely right now. But at the end of the day, you need to be opting outside of the US dollar system. Again, I really believe that's going to be the crux of the point of the interview that I'm going to be doing tomorrow and hopefully airing on this channel next week with Joel Valenzuela, who has literally been living on cryptocurrency for over a decade. He's made it happen for over a decade, folks. A decade. And we're sitting here worrying about, like, I sit here talking about, I like Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash for what it is. I pay a few things with cryptocurrency. I truly do. And Litecoin is generally what I use, stuff like my VPN, that kind of thing. I pay for that with cryptocurrency on purpose because you want to know what? I want the freaking VPN company to know who the holy hell I am. So it provides me a little bit of anonymity with regard to that VPN service. So I can't even wrap my head around how Joel is like literally been living on cryptocurrency for the last decade. I am so looking forward to that interview tomorrow. I probably shouldn't get too shit-faced tonight because I need to be able to function tomorrow during that damn interview. Sorry, I needed a beer. Anyway, yes. So let's see. And the new BRICS currency backed by gold and in China. Yeah. And now I know he brings up a point here. They were talking about issuing their own BRICS currency. And I know that didn't happen in the meeting that they had a few months back. They ended up kind of tabling that, but they were supposed to issue their own currency with regard to a backed currency by gold, because again, for the most part, gold's been money since forever. So that's what he's referring to here, even though they kind of tabled that, and their current plan, their current strategy is for each country within BRICS to go ahead and help me. I shouldn't have any more beer. To transact. That's the word I'm looking for. Transact in their own currency. What else? Alexander got here. The US dollar will lead to the increase in asset prices and equity price. Well, we've already seen that, right? I mean, we've already seen that. I mean, look what happened during COVID. I mean, again, I'm not trying to get down that particular road, but Alexander brings up a great point here. A great point. Jar is here. I appreciate you being here, my friend. And again, Crypto Jar, myself, Financial Failure, all part of Matrix Money Podcast. Now, I know that this stream was put together kind of haphazardly last minute. Currently, there is not a link to Matrix Money Podcast in this in the description of this live stream. However, when it's all said and done, the link will be there. Make sure you follow all of us on Matrix Money Podcast, because you want to know what? I only have one perspective on with regard to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. And I like my perspective because I think I come at it from the perspective of an old bastard on the internet, which is not the ideal demographic for what you see with regard to cryptocurrency. Although now with this spot Bitcoin ETF approval, hello boomers. And there's a number of memes with regard to hello boomers. Get used to what's going on right here. But Crypto Jar and FF provide, combined with me, I'd like to think provide you, if you sit there and subscribe to the Matrix Money podcast, a more complete, a more whole cryptocurrency perspective, especially with regard to DCAing. If you like mining, if you like some of these pins, we talked about pins, D pins. Too much beer. D pins in our yesterday's live stream on the Matrix Money podcast. And these guys, guess what? They do, man. It's not what I do. I'm not gonna lie. If you watch the last live stream from yesterday, you're gonna see the majority of that live stream. You didn't hear shit from me because this is their world. That's their wheelhouse. And you know what? I appreciate having them as my partners on the Matrix Money podcast. And I appreciate them, period, because their perspectives not only come from a different age demographic, but they come from a different demographic altogether, where they're talking about it from a mining perspective or from a node perspective or from a passive income perspective. And by the time this live stream is active and up completely, their links to their channels will also be in the description. Because if you're not following Jar, if you're not following FF, you are doing yourself a fucking disservice. That's simple, straightforward. You want to hear it straight? At this point, I'm too old to give a fuck. So there it is. Get your faith. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Yes, sir. Yes. BTC spot ETF approved. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. I would love for people to come and join me. Let's chat about that. But if you don't, that's fine. We'll go a little while longer. And, you know, I just felt that it was necessary to get, not so much get the information out, because you want to know what, again, I've been kind of on the road. I've been out and about throughout this time that all this approval came through and all that kind of stuff. And so you didn't have to hear it from me. At the end of the day, you didn't have to hear it from me, because especially if you're a part of crypto Twitter, you've already heard it long before I even came live. But like, it makes sense to me to be live right now because we are literally living through Bitcoin history. You know, you and I are a part of the time when a spot Bitcoin ETF approval in the United States took place. Because let's be honest, who the fuck knows what's going to happen in the United States? And I know I got Jar's information up here, and he's up in Canada, but he'll be the first to tell you. As the US goes, generally is how Canada goes. And even in that interview that you're going to see hopefully on Sunday that I did with Pastor Armstrong, he's in Canada as well. He, you know, just talks about how Trudeau basically shits on everybody. And look, I can only speak for me. I did a live stream Monday about how our representatives, who are supposed to represent our interests, are busy representing their own, and how they're making millions from doing it. Well, you want to know what? Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, because again, I'm not a Bitcoin maxi, fixes this. It fixes this, and not via a spot Bitcoin ETF or any other crypto ETF at this point. By you holding your own keys, not your keys, not your coins. Thank you, Jar. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I hope you know that. I truly appreciate you guys. Your perspective and FF's perspective. I mean, FF has a lot of insight into TradFi banking industries. You have such a unique perspective, especially when it comes to stuff like these D-pins and stuff like that. My God, I can't even, sometimes I can't even wrap my head around the stuff you're putting out. So I appreciate you, man. I truly do. And I thank you for your kind words with regard to my perspective. But from my perspective, it's like, as I told Pastor Armstrong in my interview with him, it might have been after the fact, you know, I actually, it might even be in the interview. I can't remember. I haven't started editing yet. That's tomorrow. I feel like I had to learn the hard way. I had to make the mistakes. I had to lose the money. I had to be sucked in to all these fucking things that just took so much of my money out of my pockets. So when it came time, I could come and talk to you about how not to do that, how not to make those same mistakes. So I appreciate it, Jar. Thank you so much. What do we got here? Price for BTC by noon tomorrow, 50K. You want to know what? Or 40K. Let's downgrade it a little bit. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm more inclined to believe that. I'm more inclined to believe that, Alexander. Let's take a look currently where it is. Why not? Let me refresh that page on CoinGecko, and let me bring it up here, and let's take a quick look and see where we're at. All right, there we go. So we're looking at, hang on one second. Let me clear that. And let me put my bright and smiley face up here so you can see my bright and smiley face. And we're going to get rid of this because if you don't know, it's not fucking financial advice by now. Shame on you. Bitcoin currently 46,548, up 7.7% in the last 7 days, just about 1% over the last 24 hours. But I mean, again, look at what happened to Ethereum right here, up almost 9.5% in the last 24 hours. This is people thinking that, because of this spot Bitcoin ETF, a spot Ethereum ETF is around the corner. Are they right? I don't know. Maybe not. The fuck do I know? I think we are going to have a much more difficult time with getting a spot Ethereum ETF than we did with a spot Bitcoin ETF. And here's the other thing. I think that this spot Ethereum ETF, if and when the fight comes, is going to be just that. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be something that's going to have to kick the SEC in the balls via the court system. Because end of the day, that's how Gary Gensler said, or if you read his Bitcoin ETF approval thing, was because he lost in court. And he should lose in court because his perspective is completely fucking skewed. Granted, it's skewed because he's following the marching orders of the FJB administration, Elizabeth Warren et al. He is. And I get it. But at the end of the day, you want to know what? Pick your fucking pants up, put your balls back in your own pocket, and be a man about it. Do what the frig you were put in this position to do. And you are not saving any of us. None of us. You're, oh my God. Okay, again. Cheers. Yeah. Enough is enough, right? Cut the shit. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, it's going to eat your fucking lunch. Eat your fucking lunch, Gary. Just saying. Again, the hell I know. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. Old guy on the interwebs. But I've got nobody really wanting to join. I've got a bunch of people watching, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Matter of fact, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. I really do appreciate you being here. Matter of fact, make sure you smash that like button up. I want to get this out there. And I appreciate the fact that you are tolerating me as I do this crypto on the rocks-esque type of live stream right now. And for those who don't understand and don't know Crypto on the Rocks, every Friday night, 7 p.m., Crypto on the Rocks. I have a drink or two or three, and I invite you on, to come and talk whatever it is you want to talk about cryptocurrency. You can bring whatever beverage it is you want to bring. Come talk crypto, all kinds of topics. As a matter of fact, I would say many of the times we're not even talking about crypto topics. In one of the videos I put out, basically recapping 2023 Crypto on the Rocks, we were talking about sugar of all things, thanks to Brian from Tiny Crypto Blog, and you know what? We'll talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. I had a guy come on from England and want to talk politics, man. And okay, fine. I'm in with that. But you know what? That's because you control the show. Also, with that, you get to vote about our dollar cost averaging portfolio on that particular live stream. Here's the thing. You and I can change our entire financial future by dollar cost averaging into cryptocurrency. I try to show you that by dollar cost averaging $25 a week, 15 of which goes into Bitcoin. The other 10, you guys vote for whatever it goes into. In this particular 2024 crypto portfolio, the first half of 2024, we're doing Web3, gaming, and P2E. So you get to pick which of those cryptocurrencies we're going to dollar cost average into. Last week, it was the sandbox. What's this week going to be? Who the hell knows? Show up Friday night at 7 p.m. and you get to vote. You get to vote. The SEC literally manipulated the market. Yes. Yes. That was part and parcel to all the bullshit that happened yesterday with regard to the SEC's account being hacked. Oh, go fuck yourself, Gary. Your account didn't get hacked. Your account did not get hacked. You know, there was an error, and you saying you got in. Let's try it again. You saying it got hacked is you saving face. All right, guys. At this point, nobody's coming on to join me, so I'm going to wrap this thing up. I appreciate everybody being here. I truly do. Make sure if you are new here, you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. I'm dropping a video tomorrow about Celsius. So if you are involved in Celsius, I've got an update for you that's dropping tomorrow just before 10 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure that you are subscribed and tick that bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified when that video comes out. And on Sunday, if all goes well, in the afternoon, you are going to get notified of the interview that I did, hitting and dropping for you with Pastor Armstrong. And again, the book he wrote, and I'm trying to get it here, The Bible and Bitcoin. Trying to get it with the light. There we go. How about that? Can you see that? All right. The Bible and Bitcoin. We talk a lot about things. Matter of fact, I didn't even get to touch on half of the stuff I wanted to touch on with him, but the interview itself was already over an hour long. But he was gracious enough to say that he would come back on and do another interview with me. So I'm all about that. Again, thank you to everybody for joining me here tonight. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Come on, smash it up, hit it. I appreciate that. To everyone that had comments in the live chat. So Alexander, Automatic Beats, Jar, everybody, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being part of this live stream. And I look very much forward to seeing you guys on the next live stream, Crypto on the Rocks. Yes, brother. Peace. Peace. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all your input. Alexander, especially you put a lot of good input in here today, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hopefully you'll be able to join me Crypto on the Rocks this coming Friday. Whoops. I am hitting all the wrong damn buttons right now. 7 p.m. this Friday, Crypto on the Rocks. All right, guys. Bitcoin ETF is approved. Watch for the article on my website, cryptocoinmindset.com. And again, join me Friday, 7 p.m.